It is world boss time. I'm gonna show you guys what I put together, a variation of build here. I'm gonna try to get on a world boss where there's not too many people specifically, so I could actually show off more damage. And the world boss in a couple of seconds. Hold on, I gotta keep going out to get one here. Reason being, if I have less people, here we go. We'll just do this one. Hopefully they don't do too much damage to it, and they probably will, but I want to show how much damage this sucker does. Oh, they're doing it already. But when I go in, if you guys saw the split end second of that, the damage was hellacious. Last night on our live stream, we went in. It was last night. I went in. I got the boss down to like 1/8 of the bar, and then I stopped. And then we just waited and waited. We waited like a good 10 seconds, but it only took me like 2 seconds to do that. Then I waited about 10 seconds and then jumped in, and then of course killed it. Or no, I didn't jump in. I got it down to about 1/8 of hit point, and then we had to wait like 10 to 12 seconds, and the rest of the people finally killed it after about 10 seconds, when it only took me 2. Like, say if this was the health bar, I got the health all the way down to 1 bubble like that in like 2 seconds. In tier 12, by the way. And all of a sudden, I stopped, and then I let everybody kill the rest, and it took like 12 seconds. It was pretty wild. But every time I come to the world boss, it's really nice if there's no other person in there that has a crazy top tier build, then of course it goes slow. So there's a lot of people. So I'm not saying this is the best one, but I'm saying this is actually really, really good. With all my little transitions and everything that I did. So let's go ahead and go to town, turn this cache in, and I'm going to show you guys what I have done with this build. Now this is the low hit point build version, but we'll show the huge one and everything. We'll go over all that. This may be a long video again, just warning. I will put timestamps, of course, in the description. So that won't be a problem. Let's go ahead and make sure that my build is saved here, because I've been working on this a very long time. All right, let's go ahead and overwrite that. And it looks like we have a little bit of lag. Yes, because of the recording software on the system. But anyways, let's get to it. So this is the low hit point version that I put together. The main things that I have changed here are going to be just the armor, not the armor, but the skills. So basically the easiest way to do this, so it won't be so long, is the build planner. So I'll have the build planner up to date with everything. Have a lot. Yeah, we have 34 ranks in Whirlwind, which is pretty ungodly or godly. So that's pretty cool. The main things that I'm running that a lot of people aren't running, and this is for lower content, by the way. So you could rush through tier 135s like it's nothing. You could go up to 140 plus. But what you would do is, if you're pushing pits, you're going to want to go with Juggernaut instead. If you're doing lower content, then you're just going to go with Retaliation, because that's just going to give you more bleed that you're going to need for certain things, for cooldowns and more damage. Also, we set this one to burning enemies, and you're going to want to change this here to add additional damage reduction. So you're going to have it like this. Wait, hold on, I'll show you here. So leave this one the same, but you're going to change this one to this Juggernaut, and you're going to want to change it to Ball. Oh, I thought it was Brawl. Okay, Ball. when you're running the higher pits. I'll just leave it like that for now, and then of course, like I said, lower content, just do that for more speedy. That's all. Also make sure this is maxed out, your war cry, because that's going to give you that extra damage dealt. And like I said, the easiest way for, instead of me going over all this stuff, is just to look at the planner. And I'll post that, of course, with the paragons and everything. So right now we're running Exploit, Imbibber, Marshall, Twister, and Wrath. These are all about 141 at the moment. Still working on getting them to 500. And some of the gear here. Oh, keynotes. I'm going to have that posted in the thing. Keynotes about the builds. Every single build that I have, you're going to want your Fury generation here to be at least 25. I'm at 23, which is close enough, but 25 would be the best. At least 25 Fury generation in town, by the way, in town. You're going to want your cooldown, and mine is low because I just changed a piece of gear. It doesn't have cooldown. This one did have cooldown, but I got a lucky crit strike chance on it. You're going to want this cooldown to be at least minimum of 40, but 50 is better, and 60 is going to be the best on your cooldown. So that's what you're going to want to do there. Also, your cooldown, or not your cooldown, your critical strike chance, you're going to want this to be at least 85% in town. Like I said, I am a little low. 85% in town, because you're going to get 5% passively when you're out there from the glyphs and paragon board. I don't know if it's a glyph or a paragon board, but it's one of the two you'll actually get with where I have set up. And you're going to get an extra 10%, so that would be 15% on top of this, from the critical strike chance of Gar. I use Igni Gar specifically because it's just going to be up all the time. It definitely keeps you at 10% just all the time. So I do that one. The other thing you're going to need for pit pushing, if you do... Oh, by the way, yeah. If you're going to do pit pushing, you're going to want to change this to... All you have to do is change this out to Thul. And... Where's Thul? Thul. Yeah, you're going to want to change this out to Thul instead of reducing your active cooldowns. I have the reducing active cooldowns because, like I said, my cooldowns are low. This is for... You want to use the EOM rune, the not Ohm, EOM rune if you're running lower content. If you're running the higher content, then you're going to want to put on the Frost Nova, most definitely. And the cast 5 skills then become exhausted, which is Sir, is going to be the best one in that slot. Also, when you're doing put pishes, and I don't have it on me, is going to be an Azur Wrath. So I do have, oops, I spelled it wrong. I do have one here, or a couple. This one right here. And also, let me get rid of a little bit of this junk really quick. I picked this one specifically because it's given me a little bit more restore primary resource. Hopefully that will help with my survivability, because that's the big thing. Survivability if you want to push higher pits. You're going to want to have your Fury generation high. But the little restore on hit is going to be pretty nice. So this is basically the setup for the pits higher. Veteran of the Tower. Yeah, I'm trying to get, this is in the top 1,000, I think, or top 500. Yeah, this is in the top 500 veteran, but I want to get elite. Elite is the top 100. So right now we're only in the top 500 of the game. Hopefully we push that up to elite, which will be really, really nice. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, there is a little bug. We tested it fully last night with the expertise. So you're going to want to go with two-handed expertise on all different variations of my build, because we tried everything else. And this one worked the best out of all of them. You will get higher crits with your whirlwinds with the two-handed mace, but the problem with that is you're losing out on the bleed that they could actually do, which two-handed expertise will allow you to do, and you're also losing out on some extra damage you get from just the whirlwind alone, not the dust devils, but the whirlwind. So two-handed expertise is the best currently. BIS, it's the BIS. All right, so with that one, we have some different things going on. Like you could have anger. There's two different things you could put on your boots. You could either use Earth Strikers, or you could use Battle Mad. So I have Battle Mad on my max life build, as you could see, but I have Earth Strikers on this, and I didn't want to make a new pair of feet, so we're using this. And I do gain overpower, so since I do have overpower, I'm going to deal increased of 20.5% increased damage while I have overpower. So that's a 0.5% times additional damage than this one. This one's maximum of 20%. It's 0.5%, but still 0.5% is whatever multiplication. Yeah, look at the planner. The gear will be there. All right, and the key, of course, is to always try to get 473 life, which is basically not choosing any life on the Paragon tree. Oh, the other thing is try to get around 600 Fury at least for good survivability. That is the other tip on what you want to do. So cooldown 40 to 60%, Fury 600, Fury generation in town. Now these are all in town. Is 25. You want to try to get 25 on your Fury gen right here, and then also at least 85% or as close as you can with critical strike chance. That's going to make you win. Also, all gear that you could put vulnerable on, make sure you put vulnerable on all pieces of gear that you can, because vulnerable is hard to get, but that's going to make you do a huge damage. Let's see here. So the highest I've done, it looks like, is 135. Let me go to tower, and let's just see our survivability on 140. I haven't even tried 140, so we're gonna just do it live really quick, and let's just see if this is something that is obtainable. Well, actually, it is if your Fury is up. Hold on, let me let everything load up. Like I said, I'm recording on this computer too, so it's going to be a little goofy. Now, I'm probably going to take the numbers off so we could actually see the damage that we're actually doing. But it looks like we could probably do the 140. I don't have 100% perfected. If I had those stats that I need, then I'm sure the 140s will be completely fine to do. But the true test, the true test here is going to be these guys right here. This is the true test. These guys right here with the little elemental things that they do. Oh, I didn't even push Wrath of the Berserker. So let's see here. Let's see if I get one shot or not. That's the dealio. So if I don't get one shot, 140 is definitely attainable. Maybe we should actually do it if we do. Just so we could get the 140 under our belt. And it's looking pretty decent so far. And I'm not actually, it looks a little fuzzy because it is, because we're killing these guys, but in actuality what I really need to do is gather up more enemies while killing these guys to get that timer up. So it looks like we just do need to do a little bit more damage, do a 140. Like I said, it's not a top super tier build, but you could carry your friends through 130s, no problem with this. 130 to 135. That's what we want. We want those goodies like that drop. All right, let's go ahead and pull a little more. I'd hate to make this super long, but I mean, if we're gonna do this, the video is gonna be super long, because I like to take one takes on my videos. So with the one takes on my videos, stuff gets super long. There he goes. That's what I was looking for. So that's the survivability I was talking about. If you actually get your stuff correct, such as your crit and your fury, your cooldown. See, my cooldown is actually what killed me there, because this went away, and because Wrath of the Berserker went away. The biggest thing that one of the biggest things that Wrath of the Berserker does is it actually helps my fury generation. So right here, fury generation. Let's try to see what it is. 169, right? We hit that. And I'm wrong. It doesn't even affect my fury generation, does it? Oh, it doesn't. What does it affect? Hold on. Is it just my speed? Attack speed increase. No, it says it increases my fury generation by 30 times. What in the world? Are we at a cap or something? Because it sure as heck didn't, did it? Look at that. Hold on. If we just cast these... We're at 165, right? Okay. Well, Wrath of the Berserker is not on. It's not on. And this is a bit crazy. 165. We're gonna hit it. Wrath of the Berserker is now on, and we're still at 165. Okay. Well, you know what, guys? I don't know, but my fury generation should be higher. I'm not going to sit here and ponder on it on this video. This build just works. That's all I'm... Oops. That's all I'm going to say. But see, right now, I think that my fury... My Wrath of the Berserker is not up. And you could see my fury going down over there. But if I had that little extra fury per second, we'd be good to go. And actually, if it goes down a little bit, the best thing to do is to maybe run away. Oh, and then, yeah, see, when I get the Wrath of the Berserker went up, this actually, it's working somehow. Yeah, it's working somehow. I don't know how, but it's working. So because my cooldown is... only 38% right now. This is where you need the cooldown, so you could... Oops. And see, that's exactly what happened. This is where you could have the cooldowns, and you'll be able to kill this with no problem. So you hit those goals. You hit those goals, and you'll be able to do that with no problemo. That's a good example of what's going on there. So let's see here. What else do I need to show, really? I'm just trying to think, because I'm doing this on the whim. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't really need to show all this junk. But a few tips about dungeons and things of that nature. If you guys are doing the pits, a lot of people, or Undercity, a lot of people need to know about the gutter filth. So you want to try to get gutter filth on your Undercity. So when you go around and you hit those beacons, you possibly could spawn a portal prankster, and at the end, if you kill that portal prankster that actually spawns, you'll actually get more chests, which means more chance of more loot, possibly more mythics for the Undercity. Now mind that the Panda boss, which is the Panda Reaper boss, is actually better to farm mythics and everything, but this is just for Undercity purposes only. The other thing is, if you want to get a lot of materials, the best thing to do right now is going to be your nightmare dungeons, which are escalating. And let's see here. And I think that's that. Where's the escalating nightmare? Where's the nightmare dungeons? This one? No, it's this one. Nightmare dungeons. Yeah, one of the great things to get is this shrine buff. So it captures the souls of the things you kill, and also the extra 7 elites. So what you do is you hit the shrine, you kill everything, you try to make it to another shrine, and soon as everything spawns, after the shrine goes away, the shrine buff, then you hit that shrine again, and you keep compounding the elites you get. You're going to get a lot of materials that way. So a lot of materials is the ones that a lot of people are trying to get, such as the attuned primordial dust, but mainly the volatile primordial dust. That's a biggie. You'll get a lot of stuff from that one. Let's see if I had any more pointers on this stuff. Let's see here. Don't think I had any more. Oh, the other pointer is if you go to Infernal Hordes, honestly, this is the best choice to get. Right down here to Chaos Waves more frequently, as long as you can survive them, of course. And then this one. So that way, in a 6 round, you could get over 3,000. You get anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 when you actually run this. Now, sometimes the Chaos Waves do not pop, and unfortunately, you don't get 1,000. But usually, you could get Bartuk at the end when that happens. Lair bosses. Yes, lair bosses. If you guys are needing to farm gold, you'll get about 21 million per chest you open by choosing this golden horde down here. Every chest that you open, you get about 21 million gold per. Now, it does eat up all your other items, such as the magic and rare items. But who really cares about that too much? Not I. But if you're trying to search for those 1-star affixes, then you may want to not put this on. Let's see here. So that's pretty much that as pointers. So speaking of loot filters, I do have a loot filter here that I made. That it's in the description. I'm just gonna name it. I just named it Tar Bucket just because. And what you are going to do is you're going to uncheck here what you're farming. So if you're looking for a certain piece of gear, you uncheck it. Like say if you're going to be rolling stuff, hey, I want to roll a Mighty Tusk Helm. Well, you take that off. All your helms, not ancestral, any unique helm, ancestral or not, is actually going to show by taking that off. So they basically just have to uncheck that one if you do that. But then also I have it where if it has at least one greater affix, it will recolor. So don't worry about missing anything. And I actually have all the charms showing except the magic ones. So all the charms are going to show except that, because the magic ones only give you like 2 things back where the other ones give you stuff. And it's just so you could go here to re-roll your charms. You'll put 3 of these in here. So this one is 5, 5, 5. And oh, that's a 6er. Hold on. No. 5, 5, 5. I think I just got off task. Yeah, these. So these right here. So say you want to re-roll to get a better, well, you go here and you destroy them first. So all rare seals go away, all salvage, all junk charms. Actually, I'm up to where I only need these right here, any GA one. So none of these are GA. Let me hold on to this one though, because I'm going to show you. Let's see here, and I'll go through those later. Let's get rid of the charms there. So that's going to give you that infused stuff, and you're going to need those materials so you could re-roll these to try to get better ones, all these with stars. So you're just going to sit there, and a little tip, instead of hitting transmute and doing this, notice that there's an F key. What you do is you could actually hold the F key and just hover over it like that, and you could actually just keep rolling until hopefully you get a good item. So I would just keep rolling until I actually get a star on there. This is why you want these materials, because I think these use, yeah, they use 50 and 25 of these, which you have tons of, and 50 of those. I have tons of them because I've been saving and whatnot, but I don't need any, so I'm going to stop rolling it right now at this moment. So that's a nice little tip and trick for you. But yeah, to utilize this cube, very, very good. Another thing that a lot of people have been doing is upgrading things to mythic. So they are taking their good gear. So say right now I have a good Tusk Helm. Oh, it's really great. I want to make it mythic. And you put it in there and you hit that. Well, your mythic goes away. Or not your mythic. You get a mythic, but it might not be the Tusk Helm it might be something else, and then all the work you lost is gone too. You know why? Because if you read this, it says it changes into a random mythic of the same type. So do not do this with your gear that you like or want, because it will disappear. That's something that's been going on with a lot of people. Please don't do that. Also, a lot of people do not know about the unique power roll. So if you have a unique and the bottom part says after freeze expires, enemies explode for 130% damage, and you want it to be the max of 150. Well, you'd put that in there, and you would use the unique power reroll to reroll that bottom one, and you could actually eventually get the top tier of the 156 or whatever, like whatever unique you're using. So that's something you could always do. So please do utilize this. Honestly, all you need to do is just read the descriptions. If you just read the descriptions, you won't have any problems. And then there is one other thing. Notice that this one has an extra transfigure down at the bottom where it says while above 50% primary resource, deal 30x damage. Well, if you put this in here, you're going to want to use one of these. So this is only for amulets. Notice it says only usable amulets. So you put that in there with this, and you could actually re-roll it. So you'll just keep re-rolling until you get the bottom part that you want, the unique perspective or aspect that you want. Once you do it, then you'll take this out, and then you could hit it again if you like, and you might roll something. So we rolled movement speed on the top of this one, and that was that. So that's pretty much all that's really needed there. So it kind of looks like this turned into a tips and tricks type of video along with the build, but that's fine. Like I said, there's timestamps. Other than that, let's see here. Other than that, I will just show killing a boss really quick, how easy it is. So this is a whisper boss. That's another tip. Anytime there's a whisper boss up, go and kill the thing, because whisper caches give you lots of goodies, right? So let's go kill this. Let's kill this guy here. And I think I have two more things to show you guys, and I'll just go ahead and end the video. That's how easy it is to kill every single boss, unless it's Mephisto or Lilith. But that was what I was going to show you. I'm not going to open that because I don't need to. That's what I was actually going to show you guys. A lot of people are having troubles killing Mephisto. Remember, we're still on tier 12. And if you right-click this, you right-click it, it automatically zooms in to Mephisto, which is really cool. Let's go kill him really fast. And then we're just going to show you a quick DPS test so you guys can expect what you could actually do with good gear. So the gear I have right now is probably up in the top 10%, I would say. All right, so you kill this guy here, right? I did that kind of slowly, but all right, there you go. You just kill him. You skip all the mechanics, which is pretty cool. There is one little problem with this guy. You might see it. He might kill me for some odd reason, but I'm gonna go kill him here, right? And hopefully he doesn't do his weird... Oh, hold on. Let me... Okay, I got to get up on him. There we go. Hopefully he doesn't do his weird killing thing. Now, if this happens, get off to the side, because these red things will actually kill you. So be careful of that. And at this part, cover your eyes, because it's going to get bright. Everybody cover their eyes. Cover, cover. Oh my God, cover, 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 cover. And it's over. All right, well, he didn't do the thing, but sometimes he just kills me randomly for no reason. I have no clue what it was, but that's how easy it is to kill Mephisto. I'm going to go ahead and open this. And this is not the best place to get mythics anymore either. It's going to be the panda boss. Let me go ahead and loot up. And let's see, my loot filter. Oh, that's right. I converted everything into gold. So yeah, I'm just getting basic items from this. Let's see here. Do I need any of it? No, I don't need any of this. But that's how easy it is to kill him. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys the damage you could actually do, and then we'll end it. Also, if you guys do want to see this live, come to Twitch or YouTube. Watch me live there. On Twitch, we're having giveaways as well. I'm giving away, since I have a pretty good amount of gold that I have saved up, I'm giving away gold. And I'm also giving away keys. So I usually give people a choice of either gold or keys to choose from. All you have to do is enter the contest when I run them. I usually run them every hour. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to just do a single training dummy. Oh, it was already up. And make it a boss. So that way we could actually see the damage. So here's the damage that you could expect to pretty much do. All right. Let's get settled. Now we're settled. All right. So this does fluctuate, but you could see what you could do. You could just basically do some trillions, things of that nature. Let's see here. Oh, I'm actually on the push build. My bad. You could actually do more damage without the push build, by the way. Let's see here. And I think if we disable player damage variance, that might be a little bit better. Yeah, let's take the push build off because I really don't like the damage that it's giving me right now. So push build is just changing that out. And then also, where's the cooldown thing that I used? This one, let's put that back. And then also put this back there and put this back here. And now we're going to do a lot more damage. All right. Yeah, there we go. That's what I like to see. Notice the big damage difference, you know, hitting consistently 20 trillions on regular hits. Sometimes we hit half a quad on our big hits sometimes. But yeah, this is just, you know, 20 whatever trillions on those. And that's it. And of course, there's the overpower. Like I said, I'm always getting overpower, everything, the way that I have everything set up. Let's see here. Now, one thing that happens, you notice you get 626 life. So that kind of confused me. It's only because of Iron Skin. Iron Skin, no matter what, gives you maximum life of 10%. So that's why it looks like you have 626. So if you see that, don't be alarmed. It's just part of the build. All right, so that's build. That's that build. Crap. There we go. Yeah, I can't really show this one off. This is the one I was working with, the high hit point build. So if you guys do the high hit point build, it's best to do low hit point build. This means pit push, by the way. And I actually have to change the stuff here. Oh, I need to actually change that too. Hold on. Overwrite. Oh, it doesn't change the color. Okay, never mind. This one is if you want to go fast with the high hit point build. This is the high hit point build as well. You only choose that when you're first starting the game because it's easier to make the high hit point build. But I actually have a setup without the mythics. This is the mythic setup now, but I do have a setup without the mythics for both of these, just to let you know. But the low hit point builds is I didn't have one without mythics. This is all straight up mythics. This is basically end game stuff. This is the end game stuff you want to use. So that is the video. Just the link in the description is going to be your go-to as far as the stats on the gear and things of that nature. Oh yeah, weapon damage is huge, guys. I just want to throw that in there at the end. That's going to give you all that extra damage. But that's it. Come see me live on Twitch or YouTube. Thank you guys so much for showing. If you want to see something in the next video, you know, let me know. But I think I pretty much covered everything in this long 35-minute video. Holy mackerel, 35 minutes. Either way, thanks guys for being here. Catch me live, and we'll see you there. Come win some money. Come win some keys. Take care.